Hi, I'm Bram Frank. Some of you may know me, some of you may not, but I'm Bram, and today is actually my 61st birthday. And I've been here with Mish, and I've been trying to figure out different videos, different things I can do, and went, you know what? I know Mish likes it, people of how I actually met Remy. And it's sort of a cute story, and it repeated itself later on. The Chinese believe that when it's time for you to have your instructor comes to you. Now, of course, in my situation, I thought that would be utterly ridiculous because I had seen Remy in magazines and different articles. I really wanted to go study with the man, and of course, I moved to the top of a little mountain in Vermont. You know, to 80% dirt roads, 60% of the people are self-employed, and there's absolutely nothing in the world for Remy Presas or someone of his fame and skill to come to. And with all of that in mind, I had gone off to study with William Chung and other people and had to leave the mountain and go to Boston. I saw a posting somewhere that Professor Presas, Remy Presas himself, was going to this little town just across the border in Greenfield, Massachusetts. And I'm like, why would he go there? And he was actually going to Richard Roy's school. And Richard parents were martial artists, he's a martial artist, and he'd gotten into modern Arnis, and he was actually going to sponsor Remy to come there. So I went there. There were people, obviously, who knew who Remy was, and people are swinging sticks, and they were selling sticks, so I had made my own sticks, but I figured I'd better buy, so I bought a pair of rattan sticks, and I went to the back of the room because I knew other people would be up front, and I'm practicing and doing stuff, and he introduced himself, and everybody starts swinging, and then he looks up, and he starts walking across the floor. Now, I'm the furthest diagonal from the front of the room. And he comes up and starts walking. It's like the Red Sea parting. Everybody's moving out of his way. And he comes up to me and goes, "My name's Remy. What's your name?" He didn't say, "This is Professor Presas." He didn't say, "I'm Grandmaster Presas." He went, "My name's Remy. What's your name?" And I said, "My name's Bram." He goes, "Bram, my name's Remy. I'm going to be your friend forever. You're going to be my friend forever. Come with me." And with that, he brought me up to the front of the room with him, looked at him and said, "This is my new friend Bram. He's going to be my friend forever," and proceeded to use me as his uke. Now, I didn't know anything about tapping out, and he was beating the snot out of me, and he pulls aside and goes, "Bram, doesn't this hurt?" And I went, "Yeah." He goes, "You're very respectful, you're very good uke, and you're very stupid." He goes, "Tap out." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "If it hurts, tap out." Now, I've never been with an instructor who ever told me that I'm allowed to say it hurts. So, you know, he starts to grab me, and I went like that, and he goes, "That doesn't hurt." He goes, "Ah!" I'm like, "Ah!" He goes, "That hurts." And I'm going like that. So I learned, you know, you only tap out when it really hurts. And tapping out doesn't mean he stops. Tapping out just means they don't go any further. But from that point, because he introduced himself as Remy as a friend, I knew him, I got bonded to him. It was a friend thing. And over the years, you know, there's my respect for him. I could call him Professor, because for a lot of us, that was his pet name for us. I never called him Professor Presas unless I was talking about him. I didn't call him Grandmaster Presas to anybody, but to his face, my son, I'd just say Professor. And we'd joke about it. He'd go, "Oh, Bram, you can call me Remy. I told you my name is Remy." And I went, "Can't do it." I had this old-fashioned hang-up about martial artists, and he was my instructor, my mentor, and all that. You know, my daughter, this is for you, Rachel, and your daddy's 64, she'd go, "Remy, Remy, Remy." She goes, "I can say it, you can't." I'd be like, "I'm going to kill you." But anyways, after he had passed, they had told me I had nodes in my lungs and I wasn't going to live very long. And I decided I would go see Roland Dantes. And when I saw Roland, I said, "Look, I just want to know," because a whole bunch of scandal about who Remy liked, what he was doing, who he believed in. And just, you know, I was never in line to inherit the art. I never said that, never cared about it. I loved him very much as a person. I loved his art. But anyways, I went to Roland and I said, look, I don't really have much time to live. It's not like I care. Just tell me the truth. And before Remy had passed, on Kelly's email, he had him write to me that I was ahead of my time. He loved me very much, that I was a great designer, that I'd done good things for Modern Arnis, and I was to keep going. A very, very nice email. And Roland and Kelly were part of the email, sending it to me so people would know it was real. Back then, Kelly and I were bumping heads with each other for a little bit. You know, who does Daddy love best type thing. Very talented young man, Kelly Warden, by the way. Very talented. Good knife designer. But anyways, I told Roland, please just tell me the truth. If he liked me, great. If he didn't, he said, no, Bram. He loved you very much. He knows you loved him very much. You both said it openly to each other. Because Remy told me to look at you and go, my name's Roland. I know your name's Bram. We're going to be, we're going to be friends for life. So what? And he said, told me to do to you what he did to you. And till Roland's death, Roland's my friend. I saw him we'd go see him in the Philippines. I saw him in Australia. Because of him, I got to meet his inheritor, David Fogey, and teach seminars with David in David's school in Australia. But it all goes back to Remy. As the first instructor, I had to introduce himself as a person to me, as Remy Presas, not professor, not grandmaster, not master. And it set the tone for how I feel about Modern Arnis, and that it was a personal basis thing. So anyways, that cute little story is just, it's like I said, I'll never forget him coming through the crowd and everybody just splitting away as he struts over and goes, my name's Remy. What's your name? We'll be friends for life. So that's the story.